My name is Andrew. I'm technical expert and consultant in Pentalog technical department. So just in few words, Pentalog is an IT company that develop a lot of IT solutions and services. In my work, a big part of my work, it consists in analyze and assist all Pentalog pre-sales requests, link it to major part to web applications and e-commerce prospects. In this presentation, I will try to share with you an overview of our experience regarding best e-commerce solutions and the strategies, what was applied in order to choose these solutions. So just a short plan of our presentation. First of all, we will see a few basic points regarding e-commerce in general, and the minimal set of elements that need to have for a new commerce venture. We will start with best practice for beginners and for beginners how they choose their e-commerce solutions, and we will see a few examples after. After we will switch to more experienced and professional solutions. And at the end, we will list a few examples of future and current trends that transform a little the e-commerce world in something else, something magic, amazing. So just a few words regarding e-commerce in general. So in order to identify the e-commerce platform, it's basically it's a relation between buyer and seller on the internet world. Some of elements can be missing in some e-commerce solutions and some e-commerce products, but finally we have this relation and we have an order flow from the customer until the order flow of the money from the customer to the seller, and the product flow from the seller to the customer. So this is the e-commerce. Now, just the basic elements that need to have for a new e-commerce venture. So first of all, it's a new venture need to identify a business concept, an idea that it must be something unique for him and for all the market of e-commerce products. Also need some resources in order to develop something. Need resources, human resources, time resources, material, technical resources. So it depends. Sometimes some examples of resources can be also a database of prospects with potential clients. So it also can be a good starting point in order to begin an e-commerce solution. Additional to these all points, so also we need to have some goals, business, marketing, financial goals. All these things we can identify basically after analyzing some KPIs, after some experience in the e-commerce world. And all these things in order to deduce what is the best user experience and what kind of design, what kind of user behavior flow, what kind of analytics we have in order to identify our identity, our unicity on the market. So when a new venture begins on the e-commerce world, so main points that need to follow, it's regarding the e-commerce solution, it is keep it simple. So first of all, keep it simple. We need to choose a solution that it's easy to start, easy to install, easy to administrate, easy to use. So the major part of effort must be focused on the business and not on the technology part. So this period, the beginner must more use all the time in order to collect more user experience, more KPIs, to don't be afraid to experiment different kind of features. So basically no need to invest in a tool, because this tool, it will be used only like a start point in order to go the next level. Some examples of tools that can be used for this step. For example, it's OpenCart. It's a simple. We have many plugins, big community, many examples and tutorials. Can be easily installed, administrated, use it. So if you need to integrate some small custom features, you have an API in this tool, and you can develop your custom. Another solution, it's Shopify, in addition to OpenCart solution. So Shopify, it's a SaaS, it's a cloud solution. So what does it mean? It means that if you want just administrate, use, and learn how work e-commerce world, so you can use Shopify. So it means that you can profit of all the administration and support of Shopify cloud team, and develop and focus more on design on the business. Another solution, it's WooCommerce. WooCommerce, it's completely based on WordPress. So additionally to all in our two solutions, OpenCart and Shopify. WordPress, it's something else. WordPress, it's also a content management system, but basically oriented in content. So we can create blogs, we can create articles, we can create many contents. WordPress in general, it's an amazing tool for everybody who manage contents in marketing in general. So if you want to build a community beside your e-commerce tool, e-commerce solution, so you can choose WooCommerce, because you will profit of WordPress world, what we have in WordPress and WordPress platforms, WordPress plugins, WordPress features. Even simplicity is a strength. It is also a weakness. So we can have different kind of issues if we choose a simple solution. For example, security issues, performance issues, code quality issues, flexibility. However, if we have many plugins, we have many modules, but at the same time, we are not so flexible. So if we want to implement a custom module, it means that we will arrive one day when it will be more complex. We will arrive to a limit of system, of platform, that will block us to develop our unicity in the market. Code quality also, it's a good point to understand that everything that is developed in the community of the WordPress, OpenCart, or in our big solutions, they are developed by third party. So this third party, they haven't a responsibility beside your business. So it means that you can have risks of quality for features, for coding standards, and so on, performance and security issues. So it must be, you must take care about this. In order to avoid all this weakness, we can switch to another level, more experienced level, for experienced companies. And then this, on this level, we need to follow a few points. So we need to focus more on optimization of security and performance. We need to focus on enrich our e-commerce platform with more features, and develop more the marketing and business model that was basically created on the starting point, on the beginning point. So in the same time, we need to more test and elaborate the business part and the identity in the e-commerce world. But however, it's this experienced level, it doesn't mean that it's final level. So it must be, you must be ready to accept that this period in experienced mode, it will be something intermediate step before to switch to major league for new professional solutions. A few examples for this experienced solutions. One of them is Magento. It's a big community. We have many modules. It's flexible in customizations. Very good point in order to develop some custom things and to configure some custom things and to begin to develop and invest in identity, your identity in the market. And our solution, similar with Magento in the complexity and experience, is Drupal Commerce. Also big community, also many modules. At the same time, it's based on Drupal. Drupal is something similar with WordPress, but more professional. So here we have also a content management system, but more flexible content management system. We can develop more things than in WordPress. At the same time, the quality of the code and the security and performance is better. What is mean? It means that the same reason like to choose WooCommerce, we can profit beside our e-commerce solution to create a community of users, of fans of your business. So generally, it's this the major reason of Drupal Commerce. However, of the rise of experience level, on this of these solutions, it exists some weak points. The first one is that, however, it remains a common e-commerce platform. So we have common features that exist everywhere in our e-commerce solutions, e-commerce websites, applications. At the same time, we need to invest more, like for the like in the beginner step. Invest more on the team, on development team, and team that will manage and administrate our solutions. And at the same time, we remain limited. However, it's very flexible in customization, but we are limited. We are limited because it's a framework. It was developed for a community, and in this case, so we profit of experience of community, but at the same time, we remain like all in our e-commerce websites. In order to switch to next level, to major league, so in this case, we need to choose a solution for professional companies. What is mean a solution for professional companies? It means that we need to create from scratch our product, our e-commerce website. We already switch it from common things to custom things. That it means that we begin to develop completely from scratch a custom business that it's not identical and no in our identity is similar that this one, and to try to be the best and exceptional for the users. So you have experience, you have KPIs, you have analytics collected and experienced level, and you must use all this information in order to develop something unique. And the e-commerce platform must begin to be something more than just a tool. Some examples of tools that can be used at this level, it is frameworks. So framework, it's basically it's the single and it's the tool that can be used in order to develop something professional, very professional. You can use different kind of frameworks. The most less stable and more professional frameworks that exist today on the market, like PHP Symfony, with some components and plugins rated in Cilius or Laravel framework, or in Java, for example, a Hybris framework that it's also oriented absolutely on e-commerce world. In .NET, in C# language. So you can use all these frameworks just to go to the next level and to be more flexible, to have a powerful tool, to have no limits. And in this case, your application became more oriented microservices. So what it means? It means that each component is something module, separated, isolated module that can analyze separately all the data and access all the data in the same time and build new features dynamically and using the less technologies, less frameworks that appear now for everything that it's mean user experience, design, immersing, and so on. So and you use data, you use many data, you transform this data, you create new features, you invest on your identity. So this is the main point why you need to choose frameworks for the professional level. However, and here at this level also we have some weak points. All these solutions, they are more expensive than for the previous steps. Also, we need to invest more on the technical team, and this technical team must become something, a part of all the company, and something that will decide the business strategy, that will influence this business strategy, will influence the financial strategy, will influence the marketing strategy. So something that it's inside the company, it's the core of the company. So the technical team and everything that is linked to the technical. It's something opposite of the starting point, where the technical layer is just a tool, where we don't need to focus on this tool. Here it's more, it's much more. And at the same time, when you decide to switch to this new professional tool, professional approach, so in this time you, however, will need to maintain something that already exists. Why you already exist? Because you collected some KPIs, experience and user experience and analytics, and all this information you try to redirect to new tool, more professional tool. So it means that the old one need to be maintained and developed at the same time when you develop the new application. And at the same time, the new application will consume more time. So half year or few months, you will be blocked with new tool. So these are the weak points, major weak points of professional tools. Maintenance, investments, more resources, but at the same time you have indicators, profit indicators, and you can know that you have a reason to invest or not. Additionally, to all the solutions and all the tools that I presented, e-commerce tools, today, we are in the situation that it's not enough. It's not enough. Why? Because when you switch to experienced and professional level, so you need additionally to your e-commerce tool, you need some additional tools. Tools like CRM in order to manage all your clients, in order to collect all the profiling of your clients, in order to reuse this data after in new features and new tools, and to improve your targeting, in order to improve your user experience, in order to improve relationship between clients and you, and increase the clients number generally. So for all these things, you need different professional tools like CRM or BI tools in combination with analytics tools and A/B testing tools and marketing tools that will improve the overview map of all the statistics and analytics and user expectations. And at the same time, you will test different kind of features, and you will see which segment of users prefer which feature, and you will take quicker a decision basically on experiment and on real user expectation, and not only on what it's working. So you can have some ideas, but at the same time you need to experiment with ideas and try the real expectation before investing on developing all these features. Optimization and performance, also it's a good point. that also we have many solutions that can optimize your e-commerce platform, like Elasticsearch for indexing, for researching, Redis, in order to optimize the caching and optimize the performance of user experience on this website, so to improve the user experience on the website and so on. At the same time, we are now in the position that all the web applications, they became to be something big. We already collected many data, many information, many user activities, many analytics, many reportings, and all these informations, they became to be very big. At the same time, we haven't enough resources, human resources and time resources, to analyze all this information and to transform in something, in new features or new business. So in this case, additional to big data that appeared like a problem and cannot be resolved with standard solutions that we had before, client-server solutions. We need to integrate the new solutions, performance solutions, in order to analyze quickly all this information. And at the same time, we need to, additionally to this, implement some artificial intelligence models in order to analyze all this data and quickly prepare some features, quickly to react and to target a user that prefer cars, for example, and this week he's prepared to buy a car, or to quickly analyze and improve some visits on the website, depending of some feedbacks from the community side, from the blog, from the surveys that was sent to users. So different kind of things that must be analyzed automatically, and all these decisions must be taken quickly and in automatic mode. So we haven't resources enough, and the time and all the solutions, they appear very quick, and we need to react to all this bunch of things that appeared in the last years. So this is the future. This is that expect us tomorrow, but in the same time it's touch us today. In conclusion to all the things that was presented in this presentation, so you already identified that it was separated into 3 steps: beginner, intermediate, and professional. For each step, you have an approach, a strategy to follow in order to be the best on this level, and to can switch quickly and easily to next level. So for beginners, better is to keep it simple and to have an MVP approach, and more investigate and analyze, focus on the business, and choose every time simple solutions, not focus on the technical part. Intermediate need to switch and to increase the technical layer and invest more on technical part, but in the same time experiment, make more experience, and test user experiences, and develop new features, and begin to develop the business concept, your business identity. For professional level, so it means that you are already ready, you have all the information, you have all the user experience, you have KPIs, you have clear goals, you have clear profit number, and you know how much you can invest in order to go to next level, to professional level, and to implement something very special that will explode your attractivity for users. Something professional that will boost your identity on the market and will focus more you on the flexibility of the e-commerce solution. So so in this case, need to choose a framework and just professional tools. In conclusion, so if we try to choose what is the best solution of all the solutions that I listed in this presentation, so all of them, they are the best. So it just depends on the context of the strategy, what you choose. So if you want to build a community, you need to choose something like WooCommerce or Drupal. If you are more experienced, you can choose Drupal instead of WooCommerce. If you're less experienced, so you can begin with WooCommerce. If you choose a solution that it's more oriented e-commerce and only e-commerce, so something like Magento or OpenCart, it just depends on your level of experience. In the same time, if you want to start quickly without team, without support, without server, without nothing, you choose Shopify. So it depends on the strategy, it depends on your situation, of context, and what you want from your business and which plan, which is the plan for developing. And at the end, if you want to be unique on the market, you must build your own custom solution with the framework and use only professional tools. So it's just like this. So in general, it's all. Thank you for your attention. So if you have some questions, please, you're welcome. So one of the questions, what is the difference of the prices between different kind of solutions? In general, for the starting points, when we start company solution, so the price is it's very, very low. So for starting solutions, we can start from 1,000, 5,000 of euros in order to develop e-commerce solution. When we more experienced, we need to invest more. So for a basic Magento e-commerce application, we can invest from 10,000, 15,000 of euros in order to implement an e-commerce application. And for more, and for the next level, where it's professional level, so here we must think to invest after the number of 40, 50,000 of euros, 50, 100,000, so on and so on. So it's dependent on the quantity of the features that we want. So in general, it's this spectrum, but it's just basic points in order to understand what are the prices. If it's okay for this question for you.